To have swag is to understand dimensionality as a pattern. These could be dimensions in visual sphere like color or sound.
Rounds flying everywhere. It looked like Sonic fell on a spike.
So what does Terraria have to do with it? Does it have any swagger? Coming into Terraria, I was already a fan of Minecraft and terrariums. There have been plenty of Minecraft clones, but if you look at them today, they're still just Minecraft clones, which is a fate worse than being a horror game during this period. But Terraria is 97% on Steam, and if there's anything in life that I do trust, it's the reviews on Steam. So, does the Terraria have any swagger? Well, let's start with the name Terraria. It's a female name, and women have more swag than men because their language is more advanced than men's, seeping into body language. Loading into Terraria, it presents us a UI that is close, if not the exact same as the original. See, that's a good sign, because it's as good as I remember. Some games even manage to fuck this up. Spawning into Terraria, you have a sword that only hits what's straight in front of you, but it has a radius of 360. The sword is fast, the slimes are slow, and they are able to jump, introducing this mechanic. Or how about the fact that this game is in 2D, but you're always able to tell the background from the foreground and from your inventory. The camera tracking is simple because your character is always in the middle of the screen. Anywhere you go is your terrarium. What's not so simple is the movement, because you see there's also a dimensionality here. The loot that you obtain in Terraria might come with perks. Some of those are movement perks, and they do stack. The more you play Terraria, the better you get, but also the more loot you get, the faster you get. Let's take the carpet for example. It lets you fly for a short distance, after which it has to reset. However, you can reset it yourself with one of your other abilities. And there is a dimensionality here as well, because some abilities will reset the carpet, but they won't let you gain any height. There are abilities that will let you gain height, but there's also summons that will let you gain height. Going back to abilities, you could use the hook, but now there's another dimensionality here because there's different types of hooks. And what if you don't have a carpet? In this sense, everybody's playthrough of Terraria is different, and how they move around the map also differs. However, if I ask how many of you build an elevator to hell, I bet all of you will raise your hands. I can also ask how many times have you died on the way to hell? Or how many times have your friend died on the way to hell? This has nothing to do with the game itself, but this fact transcends that dimension. Okay. When you mine for loot, yes, the map changes, but there's also a dimensionality here because the difficulty also changes, and in order to dig deeper, you will need better items, which you can find a level above. But the player also evolves. The whole game goes through a set of dimensional changes. A brand new player might think that further than that is only better swords and better armor, but in reality, it's firearms. What changes the way you physically play the game. When you find a new weapon, your current set of inputs might not match the weapon you found, but it might match the input of the weapon you find later. And as you progress as a player, your crib starts to look nicer. You acquire swag yourself. The players that have been in difficult areas can make their houses out of rarer elements, which is like a fashion statement within itself. The swag man shows up now and then to sell you some swag, but just like in real life, the good stuff is more expensive. I should let you know that Terraria allows you to equip your swag over your armor, which I can't remember many games doing. It also allows you to hide certain elements of your clothing so that you can show off your true taste. I just want to say this right now, that if I ever blow up as a YouTuber and I have to go to an interview, I will buy an iced out diamond chain.